Hey, what's up guys? This is Hybrid Spectre here. I'm back in with another Crucible test, and for most of the talk for the past few weeks or so has been Warlocks. Are they overpowered? Well,
good luck.
As a Warlock main, I'm gonna say that they are the most balanced class in the whole game, but mostly the talk is about melees. So what we're gonna do is I'm here with Box Lover and Ags is Aggron 3. These guys are gonna be my guinea pigs here for the Warlock melee test. We're gonna be starting with all the ranged, so we're going to be starting with the charged melees and just melees in general. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get close to you and I'm going to melee you, and we're going to get farther back each time. So here we go. Now that right there shows that Warlock melees aren't one-shot kills. So let's get about here. So a little bit further back. Okay.
Let the battle be joined.
Okay, so let's stand about here. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so they still have a bit of range there. Alright, now let's stand about, stop right there. Let's see, let's stand about here. Okay, now how about here? Okay, so you can stand pretty far back with a melee, but
Heavy ammo available.
But I can't. But yeah, I can't exactly show you how this is. But if you look at the actual animation, it's a burst of energy that goes outward. So that's kind of a thing there. So, and I'm using Void. So I'm using Energy Drain Void Walker here. So I'm gonna switch to Stormcaller, which has been the talk of the town. Now let's test it with. Now first let's test it without amplitude and then with amplitude first. So let me get my, it doesn't matter at this time. All right, so now I have Thunderstrike with, this is without amplitude. Okay, so anyway, so if you're standing at this distance, it can't hit you. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay, so you have to, so you can stand pretty far, so you can stand pretty far back with this. Now let's try it with amplitude. This is with amplitude equipped. Okay, so Warlock. Okay, yeah, it's pretty far. Yeah, that's pretty far. But honestly, if you look at distance also has a part with damage fall off. So I can wipe out your shields and a bit of your health with just one melee with this. This is with amplitude equipped. But also another thing you have to keep in mind is that in the Crucible, everyone is in constant motion. So Ags, if you want to run towards me and then I run towards you, see, that plays a factor in it because people are running towards you. And you launch your melee, they're gonna walk right into it. So anyone that says, so if you're saying that the Warlocks have ranged melees, which is true, you also have to remember is that everyone's in constant motion. So Box Lover, if you want to come up to me, just want to run to me, and then see that motion plays a big part. In that as well. And while Warlocks do have a ranged animation on their melee, movement speed also plays a big part. So what I'm going to do is that we're going to sprint. So Ags, we're going to sprint at each other here. We're going to sprint. See the distance that you're covering, you're basically walking right into the melee, regardless of how far away it's going to hit. So regardless of how far away it hits, you're still covering the distance. So yeah, this is just to put down that myth that Warlocks have ranged melees, which is true because the animation does set it to do that. But also you got to keep in mind is that distance plays another big part in this. Is that if you're running towards someone and you do their melee, you're basically walking right into it. So it's not the melee that's overpowered. You're just pretty much walking right into it, whether you know it or not. So this is just to explained the Warlocks and their deal. It is true that they have a ranged melee and you can stand pretty far away, but if you look at the animation, it's supposed to do that. But also, when it comes to Stormcallers, amplitude does increase the melee, but also you're also walking right. But if you're getting killed by it at a pretty long distance, it's because you're basically running right into it. So thought that would clear the air a little bit. This is Hybrid Spectre. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'd also, oh yeah.
Stop walking into Warlock melees.
Well, if they could hear, if you set your voice to be said, they can probably hear you say that. But
No,
yeah.
I just completed the Crucible bounty.
I'm just gonna assume they could.
But
I
yeah.
mean, if they could.
Just
Like, best wishes. I need to work hard.
Yeah, hang on. Well, I didn't stop recording yet. But anyways,
I legit just got
this
a
is
Crucible
Hybrid.
bounty
Yeah,
for
this
that.
is Hybrid Spectre. See you guys in the next one.